Hey guys and girls, welcome to this week's episode of the B.Invested Birchy podcast. I'm your host Nathan Birchy. It's the show unraveling the truth to the facade of the 21st century. We're now exiting the matrix and waking up to motherfucking reality. Today I have a special guest, Dylan. Thanks for coming on.
No worries.
It's today we're going to be talking about young people getting started in investing. Dylan's young. Dylan's about to buy his first investment property. I've known Dylan for 15 years or so. Like you were like little baby.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
Long time ago. It's
I
like
remember
yesterday for me, and a long time for Dylan.
whole
But
life.
I see photos that your mum has on Facebook sometimes, and it's like wow, where did the time go? Right, because you've just grown right up in front of me. And for those of you that are watching that are wondering who's Dylan's mum is Linda. Linda, the one that Koshi was a dickhead to. Hi, Koshi. Yeah, just have to throw it out there for it, right? So everyone's seen and heard your mum's story over the years, and your mum and your dad, what they've been doing. People know your mum. They don't see your dad because he's not on the camera, but your mum and dad's journey has been really, really cool. And I guess we've had some discussion just beforehand about. I asked you some questions about, do you talk to your friends about investing and wanting to get started? And you said not really. And you said you mentioned to a couple of people and they give you different feedback, right? Some are supportive and they're doing it, and some people are unsupportive. And I guess, for those of you that are watching, the topic of discussion today will be more around, the upbringing of a child, right? And the belief systems that people have, the work ethics people have, the mindset behind things. And yeah, so I guess the questions for you, Dylan, is like, you're, not even 20, you're 18, turning 19. And, you've become an apprentice this year.
Yeah.
So a year ago you were in school.
Yeah.
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 You're an apprentice. What do you do?
I'm an apprentice electrician.
Okay.
Yeah.
You put his Bunnings jacket on because he's covered in stuff from work all over his shirt. Today he's got the high vis on underneath. Out of your mates, have you spoken to anyone about buying property?
No, I haven't.
No,
I haven't really told anyone.
No. They might see the video and see you talking about it now, right? Why do you want to buy a property and you're only 18?
I've been around it a lot in my life. My mum working here.
Yeah.
And you overhear everything, and you go to your functions.
Yeah.
And you're listening to it all the time, and it's kind of sets in your brain. And
get motivating.
Yeah.
Do your parents ever talk about buying property and investing and stuff at the dinner table? Like, what are you eating?
Not really.
Not really.
Sometimes we do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you ever go out to do you ever go to see properties that your parents own?
We went to one once because it was we had to do a lot of gardening.
Okay.
And yeah.
Your dad's pretty handy too.
Yeah.
Cool. And I guess like your parents, I met your parents like 15 years ago, I reckon now. So it's like your whole life that you've grown up with like these conversations. Like, I don't think many households, like, you can't talk about money in households. You can't, let's buy property, sound like silly, right? Like, it's cool. What's your fascination? What's your goal? Like, you could be out traveling and partying and having gap year at school to uni, go to uni. Why at uni? Why are you doing a trade?
I enjoy doing hands-on stuff, problem solving, not sitting in a chair all day.
Yeah. Cool. And do you have a goal? Like, why do you want to buy property?
Eventually, I want to just live on the road, traveling.
Travel, yeah.
The country.
Okay. When do you want to do that by?
Hopefully 30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. You'll get there.
Yeah.
Like, keep up the thing. How much money did you have saved in December last year?
I was barely in 4 digits. So I was probably just over $1,000.
It's around $1,000, yeah. Then you had to go and get all your tools and shit for work.
Yeah.
Apprenticeship.
Just went down from there.
Yeah. How much you got now?
I have around 17.
17, yeah. And what's the goal for this year?
There's 30,000. Yeah.
So you're on an apprentice. You're not on like 100 grand a year of that.
No,
right?
a lot less.
Yeah. You don't just do that. You do other stuff as well. Like
Yeah,
yeah.
on the weekends I mow lawns.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah,
And most people 18 would be out, partying, go to the beach, shit like that. I asked you beforehand, just before we started the camera rolling, you said about what you spend your money on. What do you spend your money on?
pretty much just fuel, food,
Yeah.
the
Alcohol, you said,
essentials.
yeah.
That too.
The alcohol. So you're not missing out, right? Like,
Yeah.
people think you can't do it and all that. Your value for money, I know your mum and dad well and how they value money, and that if you have what they have instilled in their belief system and it's passed on, like the 30 grand budget is, we're almost there, right? Like,
Yeah.
and then you'll smash it in. That is really cool. Have you, like, we've spoken about it briefly about, like, let's get the first one.
Yeah.
We haven't actually talked about, this might be just like a map session in the middle of our podcast we're going to do today. But let's say we're 30.
Yeah.
Have you thought about how many properties you need to retire then?
No, I haven't.
No? Okay. How much income do you want to be earning if you're 30, traveling, fuel, bills?
Oh,
Yeah.
it'd be a big number.
What would that be?
Haven't done the math, but
Yeah.
at least 100.
Cool. Well, 100 grand, that's a cool spot to be at. I'm thinking about other things, right? Because you're 18, you're just starting your career, right?
Yeah.
By the time you're 25, right, you'll be halfway to retired. Are your mates doing uni degrees and stuff like that?
Yes. Probably like half of them are at uni doing different degrees.
When do you reckon, what age will they be when they finish their degree?
25, 24.
Yeah. You'll be halfway retired at 25. I remember when I quit my job at 24, my mates were finishing uni, getting a job, and I'd quit my job, right?
Yeah.
So you're doing your trade now, like you're building that cash flow. You're only at the early stages, but the 100 grand that you mentioned of, if we were to fast forward and go, okay, what does that look like? I always talk about for the camera, right? But we haven't had this discussion, so I'll have it now. 100 grand a year is 2 grand a week that you need to get.
Yeah.
If the average property, say, $400 a week rent, you're going to need 5 properties owned outright. So you're getting to 10 would be the first goal. And
Yeah.
I reckon with the rate that you're going with your savings, you could save a deposit for 1 purchase per year. So in 5 years, you'll have 5 properties. And that's just assuming what you're earning now.
Yeah.
And that's not taking in any equity or growth that you'd have. So if we can save a deposit this year, buy one, settle it, say at the end of the year, we settle the first property, and then we come back in Easter next year and then pull out equity and buy the second one. You keep saving. By the end of next year, you'll have a deposit for a third one, but we haven't pulled equity out of the second one yet either. So to get to the 10 comfortably, like, you just keep saving. But if we can play our cards right, you probably get to 10 in 3 years if we play our cards right. Yeah. And then, how do we pay them off? How do we generate the cash flow? There's lots of options over the next 10, 11, 12 years to get you there.
Yeah.
What's your earliest memory of investing or property or,
Getting picked up at school and then waiting for mum at work or.
Okay.
Yeah.
I remember you used to come in the office when you were like fucking dribbling. Your mum's, your mum was working back and you're drawing or playing with some toys or something like this. Literally.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm so old now. Yeah. What do you think? Is there anything that you can see today, like when you see your mates or their spending habits or their thought processes, is there anything that you can see that makes you different than others that are around you, either your age or older?
I'm just tight. I don't spend much money.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't really need much apart from food, fuel.
Yeah. Alcohol.
Yeah.
There we go. There we go. So having a budget and it doesn't come easy. I know 50-year-olds that can't manage their money, and I know teenagers that are laser focused. That's solid. That's solid. Is there any other things that you think of? Have you, like, apart from your mum and dad's investing journey, is there? I think some of your friends, like your family friends, invest. Like, have you seen?
Yeah, I think there's some family, friends, and relatives that do.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't talked to them about it, but I overhear them talking about it.
Yeah. Was there a point where you thought, hey, mum and dad are different than the other people, like your friends' parents or whatever?
I haven't really thought about it.
Haven't thought about it? Okay.
About that.
Yeah. I guess it's not something you'd realize because you just know your world that you live in, and you were saying about, we were talking beforehand about you see, tell the camera what you saw that morning you woke up when you watched the news and your dad, you were a kid. You said about your dad took the TV on one morning.
Yeah, we were watching. Dad said, "Let's watch TV," and I was like, "Okay," because I was young and I didn't get much choice in anything. But he put on Sunrise, and I saw a familiar face, and I was just a bit confused. I was like, "Where's Mum? Was that Mum?" And then it was her, and then I saw her and Dad's photo on TV.
Yeah. And would that be like one of your first memories of that, or like?
Yeah, I think so. That would be one of the earlier memories.
Yeah. But I think people get so inspired by your mum and dad's story, right?
Yeah.
And your mum's very shy nowadays about it because of, going on the TV. But would you have thought at that point that they're looking at things differently, or was there a point where you're like, hey, this is...
Well, at that point, I was just like, oh, my mum's in Tokyo. I didn't really think about it.
Didn't think too much. Yeah. Do you think that this journey, like us talking about buying a property, like when did you initially go, hey, I want to get into a property? Like, was it just a year? Or?
Last year.
Yeah.
When I was in year 12, my parents started talking about it more to me.
Okay.
And I was just kind of started listening more.
Yeah.
Instead of just hearing.
Yeah.
And then just kind of grew from there.
Yeah. It all starts with a spark.
Yeah.
Cool. And so you haven't told many people about your plans?
Yeah, no.
Have you told anyone, or like, is there anyone that you?
No? Not really.
Not really. Okay. When you were at school, did you ever think about buying property, or
no?
Just, no.
I mainly thought about it this year, but it started getting brought on to me last year.
Yeah. Okay.
But I didn't really think about it much then.
Okay. And like, you're just starting out in your career, right? So the world looks at you like you're a teenager. Let's say you got 45 years before you can retire.
Yeah.
Right? If you just mundanely just keep doing the things, do you reckon you could do what you're doing now for 45 years? If your boss is watching this, it's no offense to your boss. I'm just asking. I haven't asked this question, but do you think you could be the hours that you do, the pressure?
Well, to an extent, like, I don't think 45 years.
You don't think 45 years?
I'll be, 63.
Yeah.
You're a lot more fragile, I guess.
That's the pension age.
Is it?
Yeah, like you have to be in your
free coffees.
Yeah. Free coffees, yeah. You get a discount card, you get like 10% off. And that's just pension today. If you were looking at another 45 years' time, they'll probably say, oh, pension age is 70 years old, right?
I'll just keep going up.
Yeah.
Don't reach it.
People catch on to, I'll tell you what I see. People catch on to where you are today as a teenager when they're stuck and they're 35 and they're like, shit, I want to get out of my job now. You're just starting your career.
Yeah.
The acknowledgement of like, hey, is this hard work? Like, you'll do hard work. Like, you're happy to make shit happen. But like, you acknowledge now. I don't think you realize how much you acknowledge, right? By going, hey, I can't do this till I'm 65, because most people that are your age are sitting there thinking, oh, I'll get a promotion in the future, or this. But to think about how you're going to exit from a job right now, like, that's 0.00001% of people would be thinking about that. So, and taking action towards it. Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah.
That's why your mum was so proud of you. So, yeah. How did you see money growing up? Like, what were your thoughts on money growing up? Like, did you?
I thought it was the coolest thing because you could buy stuff.
Yeah.
Food.
Yeah.
Toys.
I remember you working at the pie shop.
Yeah. I worked at a bakery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. How was your first job? Like, what was your first job?
Yeah, it was. It was okay.
Yeah.
But didn't really like.
Why?
Hospitality.
Okay.
There's a lot of people. I don't like people.
Yeah. No, that's all right.
You get rude customers and it's
What was your rudest customer?
That's too many to.
Too many,
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. A lot of pissed off people in the world, eh?
Yeah.
And were there people, like, you would have been like 15 or something?
Yeah, I was 16,
16,
15,
yeah.
16.
And was anyone there that was working at 40 doing that job?
Yeah, there were people
Yeah.
that were older. Like,
Imagine doing that for 30 years.
don't want to.
It's don't want to, right? So just that one thing, right? Like just thinking about that, that's like
Yeah.
stuff that people don't think about. So, Dylan, do you remember asking your parents at any point, like, hey, are we rich? Like, was there actually, here's the other way. Have you ever seen signs like you could watch MTV Cribs, right, or some shit, right? Like, watch Instagram people, right? And they go,
Yeah.
oh, I'm on a boat and got a car and shit
Yeah.
like that. Did you ever have rich wealth like that in your driveway? Like that? Like, did you have like baller cars and shit?
No.
No. Did you ever think, hey, mum and dad are rich?
No.
Yeah. Rich is defined, I guess, as different things, right? Like time freedom, options,
Yeah.
choices, and whatnot. The perception of rich.
It's all relative to what you kind of enjoy or like.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah. So the question I have now is like, what does rich look like for you?
Happy
Happy
with mates.
Yeah. So when you say happy,
Memory.
like just sorry,
Memories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Freedom, like
Yeah.
doing what you want when
Yeah.
you want. Yeah. It's cool because like when I first started, when I was your age, I first started, like everyone used to try and push rich as being like, oh, I get a cool car, get a BMW and a suit and
Yeah.
a boat or something. And I think importance, especially as I get older, is looking at like time freedom and ability, and
Yeah.
for you to acknowledge that now and be working on getting that wealth. That's mad. So yeah. What made you start with your 30K challenge? Like you're over halfway there now. What was the initiating part to that? Or was there a moment where you go, I've got to save 30? Why 30K? Why not 50K? Why not 10K? Why?
I talked to you about it. That's what
You did
you said.
actually. You did. You did. You did. What did I say?
Save 30K and then
We'll get you the property.
We'll go from there.
Yeah, cool. We need to start moving, eh? I'm going to start looking for something for you shortly. So, do you have a cool car?
No, I sold my ute. I'm just driving an I-30. It's cheap.
Yeah. Is it your car?
No.
No. You don't even own a car?
No.
Does it scare you at all? Like, what's your thoughts about debt? Like, say we buy a property, you save 30K, we go buy a property for 200 or whatever. Are you scared about getting into 200 grand worth of debt?
Well, it's a lot of money, but
Yeah.
by the time you're working full time,
Yeah.
you'd eventually pay it off.
Doesn't seem that much, eh? Yeah. 200 grand now, like, you're electrician, apprentice. What sort of cool cars do your mates at work have?
Mainly have utes or
What sort of use? Like just shit Hilux or like a
Land Cruisers.
Land Cruiser, yeah.
Everything.
Yeah. What's the Land Cruiser worth?
Too much.
Like
House
50 grand, 100 grand?
100 at least.
How did you start saving? Like, so you had $500 in your account or whatever.
For if that, yeah.
And not even 500, right? What was the first step to you, like, to get to saving 17 grand? And
I just put money in a savings account.
Yeah.
There was a high interest one where if you have more money in the end of the month than at the start, you get bonus interest.
Okay. Yeah, cool.
And then just putting it in there and keeping 500 in the spending account, and then just doesn't really get touched. But
okay. I think on that front, like budgeting, like is important. Like, yeah. Do you have a budget?
I originally started budgeting when I started saving.
Okay.
But then I realized I was never even close to that, so I kind of stopped worrying about it.
What do you mean you weren't close to it?
Like I set my budget and I was probably not even half of it, and so I just
like you didn't spend as much.
Yeah, I didn't spend as much.
Okay. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. How good's that? I think it's
nice.
Yeah. Your interactions, right? You go to work, you go to job sites, you interact with people, other builders, trades, whatever. You go to Bunnings, you speak to someone at Bunnings, hey, give me a jumper, right? Whatever. When you speak to those people, do you think they're sitting with 17 grand in the account or not? Do you think they have money in the account?
Yeah.
You reckon they do? I think there's some stats, right? Maybe we can get some stats from the ATO or whatever, right? I don't know why I've got a reference to go to the ATO, but I've seen bank accounts of lots of people, yeah. And a lot of people that might be 40 come in and see us, and they might only have $5,000, but they've got equity in their house. Like, people don't walk around with that cash, like, in their account, yeah. I see data points from all different angles, whether it be someone applying for a rental property, yeah. Rental property, when someone's applying for rental, some have 50K, right? But I'd say 90% of them have less than 3 or 4 grand in their account. And I guess the spending habits of what you've got as a habit now, right? Like, the coolest part that I see, if I was to go back to an 18-year-old version of me, is your outgoings can be minimal as possible. Stay at home as long as you can. Do you have any intentions of moving out when you're 20 or something? Like,
not really.
not really.
No. I haven't thought about that.
Trust me, stay at home, mate. Like, you get 3 square meals a day, a roof over your head. You know, if you have to go and pay for power and water and all that, that's where it adds up. So you've got an advantage at that front. But yeah, I think the coolest part is that you're streamlined at the moment. Like, you don't have wife, kids, you know, all the stuff that comes with life. And once you get, you know, I see mates that have got a kid. I was like, well, once you have that kid, you can't budget, you can't have the same abilities that you had before that. So yeah, I think it's really cool. So currently you're an electrician, you're doing odd jobs, you've got the savings account, budgeting. Has saving ever felt hard for you to do, or has it come?
Not really. It's kind of just been okay.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. And you said your mates don't know, so have you got any mates that you've told?
No. Just kept to myself.
Kept to yourself. Yeah. I love telling everyone what I'm going to do, because I feel like it holds me accountable. But everything's different. I'm not telling you to tell everyone. You're kind of on a podcast on YouTube and shit now, so you're telling everyone. It's like, yeah, I think I was going to ask you what your mates think about it and stuff. But I look at different stages of life, and I've seen, like, so many people at all different stages of life come in, and you're saying when you're 30, you want to go travel. That was like, I had goals like when I'm 25 and I'm 30, I want to just be able to sit down, play Xbox, shit like that, right? I never even owned an Xbox, but I don't know why I wanted to. It just sounded like a cool thing to do, right? But then as time grows, it's like, you know, that might be traveling around the country, might be, you know, going, hey, I want to live in a different country, or travel 3 months of the year, or whatever. So don't let anyone tell you that you can't do what you want to do. Just find a way to get there. And this is the first step of many steps. And you know, getting that foundation right at the start is really crucial. So I'm really pumped to see you, just that first one. And just like last year, if we were sitting here going, hey, you got 15, 20 grand, 30 grand in the bank,
I'd be surprised.
You'd be surprised? Would you think it'd be possible or not, or no?
No.
There you go. There's a whole other thing to unpack there, right? Like, when you just that growth of 6 months, to change. Imagine what happens when you buy your first property, and then you're like, wow, I've got to pay a mortgage each month. I've got the rent coming in, you got the rent going out, all the interest going out and whatnot. I think when you get your first equity pool, right, and you go, fuck, I just worked for the last year, saved 30K, I bought this thing for 200 grand, pulled 50K equity. I didn't have to work for that 50K. Now I've got two of them. Enjoy that part. And can you imagine just ripping 50 grand out of the property? Talk about it as like it's just like they're fucking recess in school. Like, let's get the big lunch, right? It's just like, it's just normal stuff but yeah, that shift of mindset, I think, that you'll see at each step, like, savor that feeling, because you're growing at each step. So I guess if you were to go and tell your mates or to give advice to heaps of teenagers that are watching this today, what would be one thing that you could share, like whether it's to start saving or get a strategy to buy or a goal or to keep focus? Like, what would be one bit of advice that you could give?
It's never too early to start saving.
Yeah.
Budget.
Yeah. Budget.
It's always good.
Starting.
Yeah.
What keeps you motivated to, like, do you ever feel like, fuck it, I don't want to go to work today or that? Like, I don't want to go out and mow on the weekend because it's like, no.
Not really. I enjoy doing both, and
Yeah.
I just, yeah,
Okay.
just want to save. I just want money.
But why? Like, you like traveling, bro.
Yeah,
Wouldn't you rather be traveling on the weekend than?
I would, but
Yeah.
I could be making money to travel in the future.
So why are you excited about working on doing that? Like,
To help me in the future.
yeah. I think that's cool because a lot of people will go like, they'll take the easy road. Yeah. Have you mowed lawns in the rain?
Unfortunately.
Yeah. It's fucking wet. There's like wet clothes and whatever. Yeah.
Slippery.
Yeah. It's you could be doing better things than that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's not so, oh, I'm so happy this is my hobby to go and mow in the rain, but you do it because you have clarity on where you want to be, and
Yeah.
you know what comes at the other end. And I think, just tying back what you're just saying with the budgeting and the and saving and that, when you've got the clarity there of the strategy, and you go, hey, this is, we've only talked about the first one, but then it's like when we get the second or third, like it'll all, I'm looking forward for seeing you grow on that front. But I think that's that greater vision and the greater picture is what keeps you focused and committed to keep that up and keep reviewing that goal. What, I guess, if we look at it from another perspective, if we had a 40-year-old or a 50-year-old watching today or listening today, and they had a kid that's 10 or 15 or 5 or whatever, what tip of advice could you give to them as for helping their kids like you've learned?
It's a good question.
I'll put you on the spot, haven't I? Do you feel like your parents sharing what they've been up to? Like, do you think that's
Yeah.
Surely you've had someone negative in your way going, don't do it, it's too risky or something like that.
Yeah, I've had some people saying it's not worth it.
Yeah. But why?
They didn't say why.
They didn't say why, right? Not going to go down that road of asking too many questions on that front about that. But like that mindset, like I've observed so much, right? And I just see it, and I think, like, if I've got you here and I've got another 18-year-old here, and the upbringing and knowledge that's being shared, the vocabulary that's used at the dining table, like, oh, things are fucked. I shouldn't have done this, shouldn't have done that. Oh, this is bad. Like the victim mentality. I don't think I've ever heard your mum ever be a victim, ever. Like, no matter how shit something's gone for your mum, I've never heard your mum go, oh, it's because of this or because of that. Like, and that communication, I guess, like to see where you are today.
Yeah.
And it's just my answer to the question I asked you, right, is to, even if it was, you said beforehand, like your first, like you haven't been to a property, but you had to go to one once because your parents had a garden or something, right? That's cool in itself, right? Do your parents go and renovate properties every week?
I don't think so.
I've never seen it, right? I don't know, right? I don't think so either. But sharing those things, like, I think too many times, like, you have a lot more knowledge than what you've seen, right? From just your parents, how they carry themselves, how they walk and talk and that. Like, people wouldn't talk. Like, if something was good, people wouldn't talk about it in front of the kids. If something's bad, they won't talk about it in front of the kids. And I think in your upbringing, your parents have been very transparent, and involved.
Definitely, yeah.
Do you feel involved and included? Awesome. Thanks for coming in, Dylan. I appreciate that.
It's all right.
That's cool. If you have any questions for Dylan, drop them in. I'll answer them for you, or we'll get Dylan back. When you get your first property in 6 months' time, I want to get you back to talk about what you learned, because snapshotting at different times. I wish video cameras and the internet was like this back in the day. I could have done something like this, but I can't, right? But for you starting out, and I think following your journey would be really cool for people to see you grow. And people think it's impossible. Like, people have stupid stories in their head. You're like, I can do it. Others have done it. I've seen it happen. It's cool.
Yeah.
Cool, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch up soon. If you have any questions, drop them below. Make sure you tune in every Thursday, Apple Play, Google Play, Spotify, and YouTube. Have a great week. Bye for now.
Like Bilal said, man, we're stuck in the matrix. This my advice, don't care if you take it.